Jo here, aka Josie's Muse. Welcome to my weird little world. By now most of you have seen this A3 beauty on a video I did about how I journal. So I'll put a link to that one below if you haven't checked it out yet. So this one is kind of a part 2 of that video, just some questions and different things that people have asked me on my social media that I wasn't aware that I hadn't answered in the first one. So this is just answering all those questions. Enjoy! Okay, so this is basically a traveller's notebook but in an A3 size. The supplier that made this was from Etsy. She's all but disappeared. I can't find her. Her shop looks like it's been deleted. So I'm in the process of working with a new supplier that I've found. Just in conversations with them. I haven't actually received an order yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be really happy with what they're working on for me. I've ordered 2 more of this size. I feel embarrassed even saying that, but you know, you've got to go with what works for you, right? So once I receive the product, I'll put a link below so you guys can check it out. So it's basically a leather cover. You've got your 2 elastics along the sides as your closure. And then I've got 4 elastics on the inside to hold all my lovely treasures. So then what I'm working with, I have bodged up a few extra elastics to sort of bundle stuff off, signatures, that sort of thing, to add extra work into the book. But once I receive the 2 new ones, I'll probably shuffle things around a bit more, so it's a bit more manageable, because this quite honestly guys is heavy. It is an absolute beast of a journal. So then what I've done on the inside is, for all my sketchbook mixed media work signatures, I'm using the huge, I'm not sure of the measurement, but I'll find it and I'll put it below, the huge sheets that cut down to basically 2 pages of this signature. So this A3 size doubled creates 2 pages for the signature. So the huge sheet is actually 2 of those, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, so basically buy them in bulk. They are the Hot Press Fabriano. They do come in cold press, but the hot press is just a personal preference, in the 200 GSM. They do have the 300, but I find the 200's a bit better for journal quality and the way that I work. So what I do is then cut down 8 pages and bind them all together, so the 8 pages into one signature. And I'm just doing a little bit of a pamphlet stitch with some wax linen thread. So a pamphlet stitch is, so you've got your 3 holes that you punch with an awl. So you're going in this one, back out this one, in this side, and then back out. So your 2 loose threads end up here from your 3 holes. And yeah, that's basically how I put that together. I find that when I did work in hardcover journals, I just got too stressed with wanting to make it perfect, because it's such a pretty well bound book. So with this process, pretty much if I'm doing something I don't like it, cover-ups aren't working on the page, I just take the whole page out and take take the binding out and redo the whole thing. I just find that helps me free up, loose up when I'm working. I'm much more productive. I get a lot more done. I'm not stressed about what I'm doing, because I do tend to be a little bit of a perfectionist, if I'm being completely honest. So this just sort of gets me out of that whole process of wanting everything to be perfect. Yeah, so then sometimes I'll just sew bits into the book, or I will get a little bit of washi tape, or in this case I've just put masking tape and added an extra page in because it was something loose that I was doing and I liked the look of it and I wanted to add it into the journal. So I've done that quite a bit here. A few different things I'm working on. This one is actually a sneak peek of this week's story on my Instagram, which by the time you're watching this will be up and painted and lovely. So I hope that answers all your questions. If there's anything else you want to know, please feel free to leave me a note or contact me in any way. I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Thanks for watching, guys.